Alrighty then.
Welcome to Indoor Fun.
Alrighty then. I'm gonna do just gonna do a bunch of runouts, and I'll just kind of talk about the patterns, and then hopefully, just from watching this, you'll kind of get a bit of a mindset on how many balls you should be looking ahead. Right? I'm just gonna play 9 ball here. Pretty straightforward. I'm always thinking at least 3 balls ahead. So you never want to get in the mindset of just thinking about the next ball, right? You want to have the good picture, at least 3 balls. Ideally, you read the whole table, right? I'll break and I'll have a good idea of the pattern that I'm going to go. And as soon as I make a mistake, I readjust the pattern. I go from there. Anyway, let's see how it goes. Oh yeah, so this is my new rack. Actually, let me show you this. Stay tuned. Alrighty then. Yeah, so that's the 9 ball version of it, and here's the 8 ball version of it. Actually, you can use this for 9 ball as well. But basically, these balls, they stay put. They get all packed together perfectly, so there's no movement. So there's no gaps. So anyway, it makes for a nice consistent rack. Anyway, let's get on to the running of the tables. Stay tuned. Well, I guess 9 on the break. I guess I'll take that. Anyway, let's keep going. Stay tuned. All right, I'll take this one from ball in hand. It's actually this is a tough table right here. Look at this. 2 balls together, 3 balls together. Now the only good thing about this is that the 2 is onto the 4, so I could basically hit it off the bank and in. Or even, maybe even, I don't think it's frozen though. Not quite frozen. That's going to be tricky. Well, Well, let's just see. I'm going to try something funny here. Okay, let's get over here. Okay. I was kind of hoping that might happen. You'll understand in a second. Oh no! That would have been perfect. It would have been right there and there. Ah, that was kind of a mess up. It's kind of what I was hoping to do is knock that 3 over close to the 9 just in case. Anyway, just for fun. I'll leave this one on even though I did kind of fail. But anyway, let's do another one. Stay tuned. That's kind of the beauty of 9 ball sometimes. You can kind of, you can, all of a sudden you'd be in a really bad spot. But if you can just get a ball in the right area, you can come up with a pretty cool combination to win on the 9. Anyway, let's keep going. Stay tuned. Oh, no freaking way. 9 ball and I scratched. Oh, man. Oh well, I'll keep that in the library. It was a nice 9 ball. It's just the cue ball just went in. Anyway, stay tuned for some more. that that one is kind of I was gonna say unlucky, but it's just this cloth is so fast. Like it literally, it just hit that ball and then just kept going and just kept rolling in. It would not have happened before, and it wouldn't happen on a lot of tapes you're playing on. It's just everything on this table right now is just ultra fast. You gotta be really sensitive with your stroke, because the ball is just, it just keeps going. Anyway, I'm gonna keep going and see if I can't get a couple of good runs here. Stay tuned. All right, so here's an interesting table. The 6-9 is dead. It's a dead combination. I just have to hit this and it's going to throw it right in. The key is getting to it, and it's not easy, because I have a tough 1. I've got the 2. I have a really difficult 3. I don't know if it passes. Jeez. It barely passes the 7, so that makes it even much trickier. Although with these pockets, I can be out of bed and it'll come in off the jaw. Anyway, I really just need to commit to this shot and then see where we're at. I tried to put a little bit of top right and bring it back, but it just it didn't quite take. So now I have a tricky shot, but I have an opportunity here. I can play a two-way shot. I can play a safety, bring the cue ball down here, but I might even be able to make the cue ball hit the 6 and make that combination. So it's kind of a two-way shot. I was kind of thinking about it as I took the shot. It's just a matter if I get enough spin off of this rail. I don't want to scratch. Now I could play the combo. I don't know. I'm kind of thinking of going for it. Oh, I hit it. Just didn't hit it hard enough. But I left a really tough shot, so I'm going to continue with this run. I could almost bring the cue ball 2 rails, try to make the 9. I could try to thin the 2, make the 9. Yeah, I'm going to thin the 2 to try to make the 9, but also in order to keep the cue ball down here and the 2 ball over towards that pocket. Another safety, 2-way shot. Will it work? Let's see. It worked out. I cut it in nicely, but it was a 2-way shot. Like I said, if it jawed it here, I would have been off that rail a little bit better. I probably would have been more better position on this 9 ball. Let's just go. So now I've got to get to the 5. So really, it's just I got to make this 3, and then I got a pretty simple combination. So I'll just play that. I'll play it up in the corner. It's a little bit easier. Well, would have been better if my cue ball ended up here, but that's okay. I'll just play this. I'll play this billiard onto the 9. Yeah, just like that. So that's a good example of kind of identifying a 2-way shot, right? So you've got an opportunity that you might end up safe. You might make it, right? But you also might make safe, or you even have a chance of making that 9. So it's kind of a 3-way shot. The first one was a 2-way shot. The second one was a 3-way shot. Anyway, fun. Anyway, stay tuned for some more. Another 9 on the break. I guess I'll take that. Stay tuned for some more. Alrighty then, I'm going to try a quick run out. Jeepers. Another 9 on the break. Except for I scratched. Anyway, let's try that again. Yeah, that was a nice one actually. Well, it was actually pretty straightforward, so I didn't really have to work that hard. I just had that one long bank, which was fairly natural, especially because the 9 ball was actually protecting it. So if I would have come off, I could have, it made the pocket really big. Let's put it that way. 9 ball being like this, I could come up here, kick off and in. Just makes it, anytime you see a situation like that, you just got to know, you know, that pocket's actually bigger than it is. So you can take on a shot like that with a little bit higher percentage than normal. Although I find those long banks not that difficult. Anyway, but I've been playing for a long time, so, you know, and plus you recognize these angles, you know, when you play over and over and over and over again, it just becomes, you can just see it. Anyway, stay tuned, get some more runouts. Yeah, I think seeing patterns is probably one of the most important things when you're playing 9 ball or 8 ball or any game really. But I would say 9 ball especially, you know, seeing 2, 3, 4 ball patterns, and you can practice those patterns over and over and over again. I think I did earlier video kind of last year before the table was redone. And I think I talked a little bit about patterns, you know, kind of bringing it to the middle, looking on how to take it to two rails or one rail, you know, kind of that, you know, those things all kind of come together, and then there's certain practice routines. Maybe what I'll do is I'll come up with another video, maybe in the next little while, where I go over patterns, but maybe I can give you some examples of some practice patterns. So you basically you put like you put it to practice. So you'll put 3 or 4 balls down, and you just do a repetitive pattern, repetitive pattern, repetitive pattern. It kind of gives you really good understanding of cue ball control. You know, what English you need to put on it. You know, if you need to do some reverse check English or running English, reverse running English. You need to go 1 rail, 2 rails. How do you get to where you need to be for the next ball, but also so that you're in the right spot to be on the next ball. Really, you want to be, I would say, at a very minimum when you're first starting out, don't be thinking about just the next ball. Think about the ball after that. So you're thinking 3 balls. The ball you're hitting now, getting position for the next ball, but also getting position on the right side of that ball so that you can get to the 3rd ball. Once you can master that, then the patterns really start to evolve, and you can see 4 and even 5 shots ahead. Anyway, hopefully that helps, and I will come up with some you know, some practice patterns for that. Anyway, stay tuned. two balls that are tricky. Holy smokes, that's fast. The table's so fast. Holy smokes. Oh. Wow, that, I've got to get used to this table. It is so fast, but that ball there, I just tried to kick it, but I figured if I missed that I was going to end up hooking. So that's kind of a nasty hook right there. Yeah, that's just mean. That's just mean. Oh, and it's frozen to the 5 too. Holy smokes. I don't even know if this is possible. I'll leave that in the video just because that was a tough one to get out of. Man. Anyway, these things happen. Stay tuned. Yeah, that one was a tough one, but really that all came down to my my ball positioning. I had a fairly easy cut up there. I just had to bring the cue ball back towards the middle, but it just kept rolling. I just put too much on it. So then I had a really tough angle on that 2 ball, almost impossible. I could just see it. And then from there, I just got myself in trouble, right? And that's the thing about positioning, right? So I just need to come out to the middle, and then I would have had an easy 2 to the 3. And then I could have figured out the 4, 5, 6, after that. So anyway, stay tuned. Jeepers. Oh man, what's that, my 4th or 5th 9-ball break where I scratched. I didn't record them all. I think this is the second one I've shown. Anyway, I got to get a bit more control of my cue ball off the break because I'm just losing it a little bit. Although that one I think I've kicked in, which is unfortunate. But there's nothing worse than hitting a really nice break and then having, you don't have to control the cue ball and it kind of cuts over towards the side. You really want to leave that cue ball towards the middle if you can. Anyway, that's the way it goes. Let's keep going. Alrighty then. I think what I'll do here is I'll try to hit a good 8-ball break. Control the cue ball, so just slightly above center. Try to hit the 1 ball really straight on, so that it just backs up just slightly and kind of stops. So we'll see if that works. Stay tuned. That was exactly what I want to see. So what I'll do is I'll see if I can't show that break in slow motion. And you'll see that the cue ball came perfectly back and stopped, but then another ball hit it. So you can't really do too much about that. But I had really good control of the cue ball, which makes me happy. So. Well, hopefully you're finding this video helpful. I think sometimes just watching the way somebody's playing and listening to what they're thinking about, hopefully that kind of gives you a little bit of help. Anyway, I'm going to continue. See if I can't run a few more, maybe 3 more games, and then I'll kind of put this video together, and then I'll give some thought on future videos when it comes to more instruction on position play. Anyway, stay tuned. Oh man, in my head I was like, I'll just get it coming towards this 9. I end up poking myself. All I had to do was play smart and just bring it here. Man. But I mean, that's the reality of pool. It's so easy just to make a little mistake. You really have to be focused exactly what you want to do. And sometimes don't allow yourself to get greedy. I was kind of looking at it going, oh, I bet you I can get that coming towards the 9. It almost looks like a perfect track. But I was off by a few inches, because if it would have hit it, right, it came in just here, right? That probably would have made it. But I shouldn't have been thinking that way. I should have been thinking cue ball here, right? This is where I would have wanted to be, right here. It would have been perfect spot. Instead, I've left myself, with a really tricky little half masse swerve shot to go off this rail and hopefully kick the 3 in. Oh man. No, I couldn't get it to catch. Oh man. Well, that's 9 ball for you. There, I've left the ball in hand for my opponent, right? And I've got easy ball, fairly easy ball, and then I've got a nice little carom onto the 9. So it's really just a matter of how I want to play the 6. That's really all it comes down to. So I'll probably just play, yeah, I'll play the cue ball to come out here, and then I'll play the 2-6. I'll play the little carom. Pretty straightforward. I just need to make a nice little cut on this 3. Yeah. Just play that there. Oh, I missed it. Oh well, I was stretching out a bit, but that just goes to show you how quickly you can get out of messed up, and then you leave your opponent, with a fairly easy run out. Although I missed that, but that's okay. Stay tuned, get some more. Oh yeah. So one other thing I wanted to kind of mention is your reaction when you make a mistake. You miss a shot. Some people, they just go nuts. Like, oh, wrong, they swear, and they're like, their body language, like, man, they're totally messed up now in their head, right? Instead, you got to realize you're going to make mistakes, but what you want to do is you want to kind of learn from it. So so that you can kind of see that situation again, and you just remember that you made that mistake and what you did wrong. Turn it around, and next time, you'll make it. Anyway, I just thought I'd throw that in there, because that's one thing just drives me nuts. Some people, like, I've played against lots of players at different caliber, because I just like to play. And I've played against like some of the best players, right, in the city here, but also back in New Brunswick. And just to see the reactions of people, oh my God. Anyway, it's all good, but let's have some fun here, all right? That's what we're doing. Anyway, I'm going to keep going. It's actually harder trying to talk about my what I'm going to do, what my plan is, and then get up and shoot it, because naturally, I just want to see the pattern and then shoot. But here I'm talking about it, and then by the time I get to shoot, I missed a few really easy ones. Obviously, I haven't showed every break, but I've missed a couple, probably 4 or 5 really easy shots. Anyway, I probably shouldn't admit that, but it's just true. It's just true. Anyway, I'm going to continue though, because I think it's important to kind of talk about what I'm thinking about, so that you kind of understand these patterns and what I see as patterns, and you may see a different pattern. But anyway, stay tuned. All right, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This should be a very straightforward run out. If I wasn't talking about it, I would have probably already run it out by now. The only tricky part is the 1 to the 2. So, I could, if I thin it, I might hit the 4 and come really weird. I could just spin off of it, just try to come off this rail, and just leave the cue ball kind of somewhere in here. And that's probably my best bet. And then I'll be in a good spot to go 2, back to the middle, 3, 5, maybe 6 on the side. Yeah, let's see. Let's see how it goes. Didn't quite get enough. I got the side spin I wanted, but I needed to be a little bit on the high side, so that I came further down this rail. I came too close to this rail. I kicked out. It turned out all right, but a little bit dangerous. So I got out of position there, but I just decided the easiest shot was just the combo onto the 9. And again, I'm getting used to my table. It's really going a lot faster. Like the cue ball is really rolling quite a bit more than I'm used to. That's for sure. When I used to play, 20 years ago in competitive leagues, we were playing on some really fast tables. Some of the Simonis class was pretty fast, but you get used to it, right? Although we would go from playing sometimes bar league on the little 3.5 by 7 tables, and then playing competitive tournaments on the 4.5 by 9 with the Simonis cloth, and so that was a tough adjustment as well. Anyway, I'm almost done. I'll just do a couple more and we'll see how it goes. Stay tuned. I'm so tempted just to hit that and come back and hit this 9 in. I don't have much of a shot on the 1. I could try to roll it, just kiss the 7 and go inside. I can't bank it. I'll double kiss. I could cut it up there, but that's really tight. I'll do a 2-way shot. 2-way shot. I'll bring the 1 ball kind of, actually, if I cut it this way, it's going to kind of go off. That 1 might end up here, but it might come back here. Worst case is I want to try to leave the cue ball back here where the 9-ball is, but ideally I'll just make it for the win. Why not? Almost. I guess I did the kiss into there. Man, that was so close. Well, let's see what I can do here. Of course, I left myself tough. Man. Oh. Okay, here's another two-way shot. I'm gonna cut the 2 off the 6 into the side, but I'm also gonna make the cue ball come off the rail and then make the 9. Two-way shot. Why not? Except for I didn't hit it very good. It's a fun game. It's a fun game. It's a fun game. Oh, that's how you do it. I'm just going to leave it there. That was just fun. I couldn't resist taking a couple of crazy shots there. Alrighty then, not sure what happened there, but my camera just died. Anyway, I was just saying, sometimes I can be a little bit boring. I can be real flashy and make all kinds of really fun shots, but a lot of times when I'm playing, for real, I play very conservative. I play a lot of different safety shots. I'll try to hide the cue ball, and just that kind of play, right? And golf, I'm the same with golf. Golf, like I'm actually a pretty good golfer, and I can go for birdies, But a lot of times I'll play pretty conservative. I won't try for that really really difficult shot. I'll play kind of, what do you say? I'll take my medicine, right? So anyway, let's see if we can have one final break where I just play conservative and just try to run the table very nicely and see how it goes. Stay tuned. Another 9 on the break, not bad. Oh, I hope you got a chance to watch my other YouTube channel, Mike Hogan Outdoor Fun. Last week's video, I can't remember, episode, can't remember now, 114? Anyway, it was the one where I set up the sauna and I did a little cold plunge, simulated cold plunge. I did an outdoor shower. It was -7. It wasn't super cold, but it got to 106 degrees in the sauna, my little ice tent sauna with the wood stove. It was great. And I ordered the sauna rocks. So the next time I do it, I'm going to be doing I think they call it a Laila, where you pour the water on the rocks and it goes whoosh, steams. Anyway, that'll be fun. Well, I didn't want to leave it with a 9 on the break, so let's see if we can't get a run out. Stay tuned. Just thought I'd try a different angle off the break that time. Anyway, let's just see. I've got 1, back out middle 2, back out to middle 3, back out to the middle 4, stay in the middle 5, stay in the middle 6, back out to the middle 8, 9. Really, this should be a classic, just keep it in the middle. Anyway, we'll see if I can control the cue ball enough to do so. Okay. Yeah, so really I was aiming for here, but I'm really starting, well, I'm getting the hang slowly, but man, I just got to remember that I've got a lot, this table is a lot faster than I'm used to. Especially because I play snooker at the senior center. And that clock is so slow. Oh man. Come on. Back to the middle. Middle. Back to the middle. A little bit more into the middle. I went way too far. That was supposed to be here. Now I've left myself with a difficult shot, which is just dumb. But that's all right. Take my time. Just make a good stroke. And I didn't. Oh. Man. I'm going to keep that in there because that was a perfect example where I needed to just keep the ball under control in the middle, and I messed it up. Anyway, stay tuned. Let's do some more. All right, so another tough leave here. I could bank that, come over here towards the 2. That's not easy. You could just clip this and leave the cue ball back here, safety. Leave the 1 ball over here. Yeah, I'll just play safe. Yeah, that's the kind of play, you know, you're playing against, you know, good players. Try to lock them up. Now, if I could have got that even closer to the 9, makes this kick a lot harder. But anyway, it's almost like you're setting yourself up here, right? I'm thinking about, you know, after, see what happens. Like if he misses, and I'll be watching him too, right? So I'll kind of be able to tell the pattern I think he's going to try, and then I'll anticipate, you know, what I need to do, you know, when I get the opportunity. Oh, yeah. Just to make a 2-9 for the win. Not a run out, but just as good. So sometimes that's what you need to do, is you need to play a safety to set up an opportunity for a combination like that. So that was kind of, I saw that 2.9 and I thought, Now I could have tried a bank and then try to bring the cue ball over here to try to make that shot, but it just looked too difficult. So I'm happy with that. And I'm happy with hopefully this instruction. I think I'm happy with it. I guess I'll see once I've edited it, and then I'll think about what I can do better in the future videos. Whether it's going to be maybe different camera angles, whatnot. If you have any comments, please put them in the comment section. I'd love to hear from you. That's it for now. See ya. Thanks for watching. See ya.